Can you believe that 2025 is only a few weeks away? I can't. So let's get my goal planner set up. Let's do it. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Jen. Today we are going to set up my goal planner for 2025 and I am really ready to do this. So I spent a long time prepping. I am generally someone who really likes to use a Discbound planner. My main planner is a half letter planner or junior size that is mostly Jane's Agenda. But if you've been around for a while, and if you have, thank you. And if you're new, welcome. I last year set up a goal planner in half letter size also so that I could interchange inserts from both planners, and that's what I like to do. I like to have a main goal planner that is a mix of Makeselife and She Plans and Jane's Agenda. Then I put the inserts that I'm currently working in, my monthly goals and the weekly actions, into my main planner. And that was kind of how I intended things to be throughout this year. And it kind of worked and it kind of didn't for various reasons. But what I want is at the end of 2025 to have all my goal setting back in one planner so I can archive that. And so I think that'll change the way I do things a little bit. Not really. I'm still going to put the current month and weeks for that month into my half letter and then transfer them back. But I was gluing some things together before, and I'm going to take that into consideration. I'm thinking I'm not going to do that. So anyway, let's jump in. So what I have in front of me is just an empty wrap cover, but this is the shell wrap cover in junior size from Jane's Agenda. I will also mention that I am an affiliate for Jane's Agenda and for She Plans. I have affiliate links and discount codes down in the description box. I am not an affiliate for Makeselife, but I do have a referral link that I think saves you a little bit of money, and then I get a credit towards the shop. So all that stuff will be down in the description box if there's anything that you think you're going to use. And thank you so much for your support in that. That really helps support my content. Thank you so much. But I'm going to move this out of the way while we go ahead and set up the planner. So it's currently December of 2024, and I do want to start doing my pre-work for 2025. So I'm going to use a Christmas cover and put Christmas decor in here for now. And then when it flips to 2025, I'll probably change it out. So let me grab the discs. I have 2-inch gold discs from Jane's Agenda, and I have this beautiful cover that we received, I think in last year's December box for this subscription. If you don't know, Jane's Agenda has a sub box. All right, so we're going to start with the covers. These are so pretty. I hope they can show up on camera. I know with the cream background, they might not show up that well, but they have beautiful white ink vellum, laminated vellum. So pretty. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to start by putting the covers together and putting the discs in the punches, which is pretty easy to do with these laminated covers. These are big discs, but I am putting a lot in here this year. I'll do a separate video where I kind of talk a little more about my goals. I kind of need to do some of the thinking it through on my own, and also might not want to share everything, but I think I will definitely be sharing some and trying to do more videos again about goal setting, because I really have a passion for goal setting. And if you don't know, I'm a registered dietitian and I have a certification in health coaching, so I kind of have a passion for goals, and that's what I talked about a lot when I started the channel, so I want to get back to that. This dashboard is from Jane's Agenda. We had gotten this also last December. It's really pretty, I think. So I thought I'd put that in my cover. We also got this one last December. So I think I'm going to put that in the back. All right. And let's see. All right, so I had this in here, and I think I want to keep this in here. Do I want it at the top or the bottom? It's from Passion Planner, but I just kind of like it as a little inspo. And then I'm going to put this strategic dashboard, because I've had this in here for a while. The laminated dashboards from Jane's Agenda, they are the same size as the cardstock dashboards. So that's the difference. And they're a little thinner than a cover. So they are different than a cover. Plus, when you buy one, you only get one. But I like this for looks, but also for putting sticky notes on, that kind of thing. And then these were really cool dashboards that you can color that we received this year. I haven't colored them yet, but I kind of also just like the look of them black and white. So I'm going to use those in here. So I thought this was a pretty combo. Isn't that cute? And I know, sorry, you're getting a glare. And we'll probably do kind of a flip through at the end, but yeah, I like that. So then there's some stuff that I pulled from this year's planner. A lot of it I didn't really follow through and use at the end of the year. I was really good in it for the first half of the year. And then towards the end of the year, I kind of fell off with all my planners. Like, I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of back on track now. But anyway, there's some of it that I want to put up front, and then I'll take it out when 2025 starts. So I think that's going to go up here. All right. So I'm not going to show all of this to you right now because I think there's some stuff in there that's like private health information that I don't know if I want to put on the internet. But I'll try to share more of this year's stuff. I'll do something planned, you know. But it's like all the pre-work that I did. Some of it I didn't do, but most of it I had done for 2024. And you'll see in a minute as I set up for this year. But I use both the pre-work from Makeselife and from She Plans because in a lot of ways it goes hand in hand. But also with the She Plans inserts, what I really liked about them last year is that you get 6-month goal setting pages, and that felt a little less intimidating to me than looking at a whole year. But I think that this year I am going to set yearly goals. I think I'm going to do both. I'm probably going to have some that are a year goal and some that are 6-month goals. I had thought about, instead of doing quarterly goals, doing 4-month goals. Something about that time frame felt better, but I have so many quarterly inserts to use. And I do like quarterly goals that I figured I'm going to start the year with quarterly goals. But if I change my mind, if I get into something and it starts to feel like 4-month instead of 3-month span makes more sense for me, then I'll just switch it up. All right, so I just put in this clear divider from Jane's Agenda. So these glass dividers, they are fun because then you can put a dashboard and change up the look. But I do have also just some printed dividers from Jane's Agenda, but I thought I wanted to Christmas it up in here, so might as well, right? All right. So now I'm going to add in some of the pre-work pages, well, that's what I call it, from the She Plans goal setting inserts. These are very affordable and a great system on their own. I just had been using Makeselife for a while, so I like combining them. But I really like the aesthetic of her inserts too. So that's what it all looks like. If you'd like to see a really in-depth flip through of the She Plans intentional goal planning inserts, I will link the video for you here of when I had looked at those in depth. But otherwise, you just get kind of like some explanation style pages. Bless you, buddy. And then you get these kind of like worksheets where it's reflection and vision for the future, and it's in the categories of mental and physical health, personal growth, spirituality, sense of self-purpose, work, career, finances, romantic relationship, friends and family. Yeah, and it gives you kind of some prompts with a not very overwhelming amount of space. So I do like that. And you have fun and adventure. And those categories are a little bit different than Makeselife, but also kind of similar. So I didn't use all of it. I just used what helped me, and that made it not overwhelming. And so we'll see what I end up using it for this year. And then you get an area for a vision board. And then now I'm going to add in the pre-work pages from Makeselife. These are A5 inserts from Makeselife, which yesterday I had purchased 2 quarters worth because they come in a quarter pack. And these actually are the goal setting system from Makeselife and daily pages, which I'm not using the daily pages right now. I have an unboxing when I bought the 2022 version of these. They're pretty much identical, except that the tabs are teal and the colors are like a little bit more vibrant, but otherwise they're pretty much the same. So I'll link that video for you if you want to see those pages in more detail. But anyway, yeah, so it was a bit of a pain trimming and punching everything yesterday because I left one set unpunched and I had some that I'd previously already purchased. So I didn't end up trimming and punching everything yesterday, but enough to build this planner for now. So anyway, yeah, you get your explanation of the system and your compass assessment to do, which I have done for the last couple years and I will do again. And yeah, and just a lot of good information about goal setting. So I do end up rereading all this information, even though I'm familiar with it and I've been goal setting for quite some time. I still find it really helpful just to give myself that little refresher. So that's what I like to do. All right, so then I will have to label these with my label maker. I took the plastic off of some of these, so I'm just trying to determine. I think this one doesn't have it. I'm not sure. All right, I'm not going to waste time. Anyway, so now we'll go in my quarterly planning, and I will end up, what I was going to say was I will label these with my label maker, but sometimes I like to kind of live with the setup for a minute before I label it in case I change my mind, change things. It's not really a big deal to redo the label, but just so I don't waste too much of the stuff. So I think under that, I'm going to put this cute one because I used up a lot of I don't have a ton of Christmas dashboards, and I used up quite a few in my half letter. I'll link that setup for you if you want to see it. But these are super cute. And I was kind of like afterwards, I was like, oh, I wish I'd used more of those. So there they are. All right. So now, oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Not quarterly planning. This is annual. So let me add this in, then I'll show you. So this is from Makeselife, and these are the annual goals. So if you're not familiar with the Makeselife system, you do your goal setting in areas of life, and you use the compass assessment that I showed you previously to kind of rate where you're at in each area of life to help kind of guide you towards where do you want to focus your attention with setting your goals. And then you would map out your goals. First, your big goals as annual goals, and then break them down into steps, either quarterly, monthly, weekly, all of that. So this is where you do your annual goals. I did not set any annual goals last year, maybe one. Otherwise, I did the 6-month goals, but like I said, I think I will be setting some annual goals this year. And this is the vision board pages that come with that. I just left it together. I do plan on making a vision board, and I do hope to do it in a video. But I'm not sure. I might just do it on plain dot grid. And then there's more goal setting tips from Makeselife. Then I'm adding in the 6-month goals from She Plans, because I think I'll be doing a little bit of both. And so, oops, these discs are so big. So you can see these are my goals for January to June. And she gives you guidance as to how to break down the goals for her system. And that's what this front page is for. And then you have your focus goals, as she calls them, for January to June. And I love the prompts that are here, because it's like, why is it important and why now? Day 1 will be, and I will complete this on habits, routines, and mindsets I'll need for success. What will it take to achieve the goal? My first steps will be. So really helps you think it through. And you have enough for 1, 2, 3 focus goals. And honestly, you probably really don't want more than 3 big goals to be working on at once, because I mean, how much bandwidth do you have, right? You're not going to make much progress on any of them. But sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes you kind of have to be doing a couple big things at a time. So something like that to help you to get it to where it feels much more manageable. That's what it's all about, right? So I love these inserts from She Plans. And I did use those last year, and they did really help me. All right. And then this annual overview page is from She Plans. And I think it goes with the inserts I'm going to be putting in the quarterly section. But what I thought I was going to use it for this year is a summary of what I achieved or what I did towards my goals in that month. Just like a couple bullet points. Then we're going to add another divider for quarterly planning. Oh, that's the problem. There we go. All right. Behind that, I'm going to put the last color your own divider. This one's so pretty. And we received these beautiful colored pencils to use. I also have this dashboard from Jane's Agenda of quarterly reminders. And so I thought that was cool to add in here. I had it in here last year. Okay, and then I want to add in these quarterly planning inserts from She Plans. I believe you can still get these. I apologize, I don't remember exactly what they're called. I think these are just where I'm going to record the actual quarterly goals. And they just say quarter planning. You have Q1, January, it says focus, goals, and then you have a line section, and then you have this blank section at the bottom, and then you just have every month. So February, March, then you get Q2, April. So yeah, you're writing the quarterly goal here, and then the monthly goals that you'd be breaking out of that. You have January, February, March, and you have that for each quarter, and it says focus and goals. So yeah, so I think I will be using these to break out my quarterly goals into monthly goals. I also threw in some of these note pages in here. I also have these that I've kind of carried over from year to year and have used off and on from Jane's Agenda. I think you can get these as printables, but not printed pages anymore, but I'm not 100% on that. But sometimes I'm not sure exactly like what format I want to use until I sit down with my planner and start really thinking about the goal. And once I kind of have an idea of how the steps are going to look, then I'll use a sheet like this. Sometimes at first I'm just brain dumping on a notebook page, and that's why I'll be adding note paper at the end. I usually always do some kind of brain dumping sketching on notebook paper. These are some goal worksheets that we got from Jane's Agenda that I'm also going to put back here. And I might move them around depending, but what they are is they help you break your big goals into baby steps. I might use it to help me break down the quarterly goals, or I might use it to help me break the monthly goals into the weekly actions, which is kind of what I was thinking. So for now, I'm just putting them here in my quarterly planning, but I might move them around once I really get into things, and I will certainly update you on that and how I use everything. I also have these quarterly assessments from the Makeselife, and here, I'll show you what it looks like. Let me pop one in here. And I have quite a few. I don't have enough of everything for the full year, but for like most of the year. So I might try to pick up one more pack of these because I don't know if they're going to continue to sell these A5 inserts. And if that happens, I'll switch to the companion notebooks most likely. But this is what the quarterly assessment looks like. So you get the compass assessment to kind of do again and to compare your scores from the beginning of the quarter to the end, so you could kind of see where you are. And sometimes I've done it and sometimes I haven't, but I think what I'm gonna do this year when I'm setting my goals is make sure that I'm scheduling in working in my planners, and I think that's gonna help without overly pressuring myself. All right, let me put these in here. It does take me quite a while to trim and punch everything, but it really does help me to be able to have my planning in the planner I'm working in. So being able to house everything over here where it's not taking up all the room in my half letter, but then to have what I really need with me and next to my day-to-day planning, that has been really the part that has worked. And so it was worth the work. It was worth it, even though it did take me a bit. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, one more divider, and now we're going into our monthly planning. Oh, and I need a dashboard. Let me see. I have this archive that I made of my fall and winter and holiday dashboards and things. So let's see what I can. All right, we'll go ahead and put this down. I love this one. And now we'll go into monthly planning. So let's see what I have here. First, I have, these are the monthly planning inserts that go with the She Plans intentional goal setting inserts. And what I use the Makeselife ones to write my monthly goals out because I'm mainly using those categories overall. But what I like about these is they're just kind of an open space. They're just a aligned column here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes here, and then you have just a lined note page on the other side. So what I thought I was going to use these for was more like a monthly brain dump to help me with setting my monthly goals. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to kind of figure it out as I go, and I'll try to, bring you for the journey if that's helpful to you. And then I'm also going to put in here my Makeselife monthly inserts, and because in the set they come in, there's an undated monthly and there's a divider, which I don't need, and then this is half of it, and then you open to your monthly goals. So I just end up kind of not using that, or like I said, I would often glue it in my planner, but I don't know if I'll be gluing it anymore. I'm not sure, or I might use like a removable adhesive instead. But I really do like these monthly inserts, and I usually put them behind my monthly spread, and then I'll go into my weeks after that. So that's probably what I'll continue to do, but maybe I just won't glue them together so that I can keep my goals all together at the end of the year, because I think I want to do that this year. I'm really trying to think about like not just each individual planner, but the system and how it affects my ability to stay organized and all of that, because I tried this year and I feel like some things did work well and some things didn't, and now I just have to take those experiences and move forward and try to do better this year. All right. All right, so that's all the monthlies. But yeah, so basically, like, say it's January, these go into my half letter planner and I write out my monthly goals. And then when it's February, January comes back in here, and then the next blank set goes in for February. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. And then there's also monthly reflection pages, which I don't have as many of those punched right now, but I do have some more to punch. When I trim it, it does go into the writing a little bit, but I really don't care that much, honestly. At least in this scenario, I don't. So it asks you some things like my biggest wins this month, things that are currently working in my life, things that are currently not working in my life, what I learned this month, what improvements or adjustments do I need to make going into the next month, and a few other things. So you can see it's really helpful. And then that's a daily page. That's what their daily pages look like, which they're actually really nice daily pages. I do really like them, and I have used them on occasion. But most of what I use is half letter, and these are A5. I am going to be using an A5 sized wellness planner this year though, so maybe I'll end up also putting some Makeselife stuff in there. We'll see. So now we get another divider, because now we're going to add in our weeklies. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dashboard, let's see. I'm just going to use this one. I like it. So this one, and then we'll go into our weekly actions, which I do have quite a lot of these. And I have more that need to be trimmed and punched, but this is enough to get going. And I also had already had some that were punched. So let's see. Yeah, the only time I'll be actively working in here is when I'm doing like the pre-work, my yearly goals, like the big picture goals. But when I'm doing the more nitty-gritty stuff, I'll be working with it in my main planner. Okay, so one more divider. And what do I want to put behind this one? All right, I'm just going to use this one. Oh, whoops. That's all right. And then this is going to be labeled projects, but I'm also just going to put my note paper back here. And then I'm going to also think about if I want some top tabs to divide some things. One of like my ongoing things has been working on decluttering and trying to reorganize my home, and I didn't make as much progress as I would have liked to this year, but I did make a little progress. And so I had this was a like a cleaning challenge calendar thing that we'd gotten back in April. So I had thrown that in here. Yeah, in the sub box, we often get some really cool functional dashboards. Then there were these cleaning by zone inserts, and so I'm going to keep these in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but I'm just going to keep them in here. And then I also have these project planner inserts from She Plans that I really like. Just a couple of these. I have more. Then I have some note paper, and this note paper is from ARC. This is the Cornell style one that's on top. And I also really like this style one, and that's also from ARC. There's also these future, there's like my big ideas for the year and my big ideas for the future, and I wasn't sure what to do with them, so I'm just going to throw them at the very end for now, but I might move them after. We get stickers with the Makeselife system. So I have these, and I have one more sheet. I just realized I need to punch still, so I'll have to do that. And then a folder that we got. This one I think is the one I used last year that I didn't punch it the best. It's kind of crooked, but that's okay. I have another one that I can try punching it again, but I'm going to use this for now. So just have some different stickers and labels in there. Oh, I also thought about adding some other things. All right, let's see here. So it's full on these 2-inch discs. Looks great. So let's add it to the shell cover. as we flip through, I'm going to think about if I want to add top tab dividers or just a few page finders, or kind of what I want to do about that. Here we are. Open that up. And I'll show you, I have the shell snap-in vegan leather cover on my half letter, because that's really what I prefer on my everyday planner. So you can see how cute they're gonna look together, which I have that one on red discs right now. So, ooh, looks so good in there. It's such a nice, substantial planner. Let's see what it's like. Oh yeah, look at that. Fits so nicely inside there. It's big like that. It's not like your super portable planner, but it's still, you could, if you were carrying a tote bag, you totally could. You're just not putting this like in a little handbag, obviously. Just for the moment, I'm gonna go like that so you're not getting so much glare. I know you're still getting some, but okay, so I do have a couple things I might want to throw in the front. I either have this, I know it says 2022, but I don't care. Or I have this one. They're both super cute. Could use both if I wanted. Could go like that. Go like that, and then it covers the year, and you do get a pen loop over here. All right, so let's kind of do our flip through and just kind of like as we do, put some final touches onto the planner. But I have my decorative dashboard, I have my cute little inspirational journaling card. My dashboard, I like to put sticky notes on with this very pretty color your own dashboard from Jane's Agenda. We start with the pre-work from our She Plans intentional goal planning inserts. These inserts, you can either buy them as a sewn book, or you can buy these inserts in half letter size, and I think you can get them in 7x9 now. And I know the half letter size, I believe it's like $12 for the inserts. It's very affordable, and you can save 10% with my code GOAL10. So I really recommend them. So yeah, so these are all my things from this past year that I kind of want to wrap up and use to get me to my goal setting this year. So that's where the planner will really start, is here. And once I wrap up 2024, that will come out. All right, so then this I'll label probably just goal setting. I could write pre-work if I want to. And then I have all my pre-work from She Plans that I will fill out. Whatever suits me and whatever doesn't, I won't fill out, and I am fine with that. Again, I'm not sure if I'll use which vision boards I'll use, or if I'll make my own, which I very well may, but I'm just keeping it in here for now. Then you have the pre-work from Makeselife, which definitely I love doing, really is very helpful to me. So I will definitely be doing my compass assessment again. And I think will be really interesting to compare to my compass assessment that I started 2024 in. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Then we will go into our annual planning. And I have all my annual goals inserts from Makeselife, as well as my 6-month inserts from She Plans, and this annual overview that I already mentioned how I'm going to use that, but basically just kind of highlights of each month. And then we'll have our quarterly planning. Yeah, I really do love these dashboards. They look great. And again, I have this functional dashboard from Jane's Agenda, these quarterly planning inserts from She Plans, some try notes inserts from Jane's Agenda, and these older style goal inserts from Jane's Agenda, as well as these goals worksheets from Jane's Agenda, which I believe you can get in the shop. And I'm going to use these to break down big goals into smaller goals. And so very excited to try those out. And then I have my quarterly assessment inserts from Makeselife. Then we come to the next divider where we switch over to monthly planning, and we have these kind of open monthly inserts from She Plans, which I am considering using as kind of like a monthly overview brain dump. And then I have my monthly goals inserts from Makeselife. And then the next divider is my weekly planning. And so then we go into our weekly actions, all of those. And then this last tab is projects and notes. And we have these cleaning by zone inserts from Jane's Agenda. We have project inserts from She Plans and note paper from ARC and those kind of future planning inserts from She Plans. So do I want top tabs? Because I do have these 4 top tabs from Cloth and Paper, which actually just served as my dividers in here last year because I was kind of doing things a little differently. I'm kind of wondering if it would help because I do have some subsections. So let me think about this to divide where these start, maybe. Let's just see. I would need something to mark maybe the month I was working on in here. Oh, I needed one in here to mark off monthly reflections. Oh, and it says monthly. Great. And I probably could use one here to mark off where the notes pages start. Although I could flip-flop it since this one says projects, or I could just leave it. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably relabel them though. Yeah, I think that works out. And then see how clean those top tabs are. I love them. I never actually trimmed all the labels, so they don't even look right now. And the only other thing I thought about adding in here, I mean, I do have some page flags, but I thought about adding this little pocket thing just so I could keep some sticky notes in here. This is actually from a mini happy planner, but this middle pocket fits this sticky note pad we got from Jane's Agenda so perfectly. And I just had these bird clips sitting in here and they look cute, so I'm going to leave them. Maybe here, let's see. I might just put them at the end. It's fine. And it fits just fine. And then how about a pen? I have this really pretty pen from Pen Gems. I think it looks great. So maybe I'll use that. All right, guys, that's my goal planner. What do you think? What do you think about the way I describe my system? And certainly I will be sharing more on the actual planning itself. All right, you guys, I will link my latest video for you here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.